nice sweater.
Brad Gershon is available for tonight.
He is.
Marcus Morris.
Not available.
Oh, right, yes. Do you have any updates on that? I know you didn't this morning. Okay.
Went through stuff this morning and, didn't feel great, so not going to play tonight.
Have you talked to Aaron since the surgery? And
Yes.
What kind of mood is he in? Is he all right? Spirits?
Actually, the surgery, he spent the night at the hospital. He got out this morning. Surgery went well, but, I think it was a tough surgery, and he's back home doing well, and he wishes he was at shoot-around and then at the game, and, in typical Aaron fashion, he wants to be around, but he's going to have to take a few days to let that thing heal, and then we'll see when he can get back out on the court and start the rehab process.
Obviously, Aaron out of the thing, but with Al and Marcus kind of nursing things, how much do you have to deal with them, and how much patience do they have to be to sit out if it's still not 100%, even though these are some big games coming up here, big high-profile
Every
games?
game's worth the same, and we need everybody feeling great. It's part of the NBA. When guys aren't feeling great, other guys have to step up and be great. And so that's our task tonight. We weren't as good the other night. After losing Baines, we were great in the first 2 minutes of the game. But after that, we weren't very good, and so we'll have to be better than we were.
Are you at all surprised with just how quickly Gershon recovered? It seemed initially that was going to be maybe a long term.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit this morning. It wasn't a high ankle sprain. We thought it was originally, or I thought it was just when I saw it happen. So I probably made it sound like it was worse than it was. And then the next day they said, he should recover pretty quickly. And so he feels good. He's worked hard to recover quick, worked hard to be back out on the court, and we'll likely see some time tonight.
He looks bad. Are you ready, willing to share your starting lineup?
No, we'll do that, when we have to.
How challenging is that with
work this week? You said, Brad, is it still a little ways away for him in terms of being able to get back on the court full go?
He did a little bit more today, and he's being assessed day by day now.
How challenging is that, considering the front court of this Milwaukee Bucks, the lack of depth in the front court for you guys?
Well, I think, we're going to have guys step up that haven't really been primary defenders of Giannis before. Probably of the 4 guys that have been his primary defender, 3 of them are out. So we've got to have other guys step up and be able to take on that task. You have to do that as a team anyways, but where they really make you pay is, right, if you overhelp, they just crush you from the 3-point line. So it's a fine line. It's a tough challenge. They're a great team, and so should be a fun one.
When you talk about that particular point, having the appropriate amount of attention on a guy like Giannis, Chris Middleton is a guy that has shown the ability to really impact the game. Talk a little about what he brings to the floor.
Yeah, you go through them though. Middleton, Brogdon, Bledsoe, George Hill, Brook Lopez. You can just go through their whole list. They're a heck of a team. Middleton was unreal in the playoff series and started off the year again that way. He's just a guy that can make really difficult shots. And if you give him any opening and he starts feeling good, he's a handful. He felt good for a full month against us the last times we played him, and so you just have to be as good as you can on him. He's a tough guy to guard, and he's had a heck of a career so far.
What are the keys to finding that happy medium between having the appropriate amount of attention on a guy like Giannis, but at the same time not allowing some of those other guys to get into the flow and get into it?
It's a lot easier for all of us to talk about it than it is to do it. So that's the game of basketball. There's 2 teams playing, and the other one is put you in a lot of binds. So that's why they're hard to guard.
Brad, how valuable, going back a couple of weeks, several weeks now, I guess, how valuable is it to have, that experience for Robert against Anthony Davis, and could that help him in a situation like Giannis tonight?
Yeah, it could. And Giannis and Anthony they play differently as far as where they're used on the court and different systems and those type of things. They do some similar things, but obviously both really hard to guard, really hard to keep from getting where they want to go. But Robert will see some time on him, but I wouldn't anticipate a whole lot of time on him, individually.
During shoot-around today, Mike had said that, it's disappointing not to have you guys at full strength because he likes to have those tests during the regular season and have that kind of thing. How do you value tests during the regular season? Is that how you view it as a good way to kind of get your team ready?
I like to be at full strength too, but that's not going to happen. So, anytime you're playing against Coach Budenholzer team, you better be on everything, and that was the same way last year in Atlanta when they were going through their struggles. If you didn't bring it, you were going to be exposed and humbled because he does such a good job on both sides of the court. And then, these guys are awfully good.
Brad, one more on Gershon. Was he able to do any scrimmaging before getting out here?
Yeah, he annihilated Evan Brads yesterday. You couldn't keep him in front of him, and too powerful for him. So, yeah, that's our video coordinator, by the way. So, yeah, he's ready to go. It's a similar look to what you'll see tonight.
Thank you.